NFL Sunday Ticket.
From the loudest venue in professional football, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television.
Presenting Subway Fresh Buzz. Subway, the official training restaurant of athletes everywhere. In a win over the Browns, Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson became the first to have 5 straight games with at least 3 touchdown passes and no interceptions. He threw for 1 score to Tyler Lockett and 2 to Doug Baldwin, who became the second receiver to catch 10 touchdowns in a 4-game span in a single season, as the Seahawks clinched their 4th straight playoff appearance.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Chiefs lose their 5th straight game, and the Chiefs will go to 1-5. In the pocket, snap, headed, caught, touchdown, Kansas City! And the Kansas City Chiefs have won 8 consecutive games.
Rich Gannon, I don't think there's any doubt that Andy Reid has done one of the best jobs of head coaching in this league this year.
Kevin, I've always been impressed with his ability to handle adversity. I always say there are 2 types of coaches in this game, those that feel pressure and those that apply pressure. Andy Reid is all about applying pressure.
He has been steady. The wind will be steady today, 23 miles an hour and building, 35 degrees. There is some precipitation in the forecast, especially tonight. The Browns won the toss. They have deferred. Niall Davis is back for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he comes in as the number 6 kickoff return man in the league. And Travis Coons will be booting it for the Cleveland Browns. The wind at the back of the Browns. It's Cleveland and Kansas City. And here comes Davis on the fly from the 9. We are underway, week 16. With a stop on the play on a 29-yard return by Mostert. Here is a look at the guy at the helm, Alex Smith, the quarterback for the Chiefs.
Yeah, seems real comfortable in this offense. It's an offense that features a kind of a quick-hitting passing game. So I don't think the win is going to be as much a factor for a quarterback like Alex Smith. The ball usually comes out pretty quick.
You see the Chiefs are going to be beginning here at their own 35-yard line. They are number 1 in the NFL in starting field position. It's always a lot of little things, but that has been a very important one for offensive coordinator Doug Peterson and this Kansas City offense. Wilson in motion, 1st and 10, outside they go, caught by Macklin. He works on the rookie Gaines with a catch and run of 14 yards. He takes it to the Kansas City 49-yard line.
Well, I'm not surprised to see him go right after the rookie Charles Gaines. The corners have really struggled in Cleveland, especially since the injury to Joe Hayden. In fact, he has been out. It's a real area of concern right now for Mike Pettin.
Macklin is nearing 1,000 receiving yards. It's 1st and 10. So Kendrick West wrapped up as he hit the line by the veteran Randy Starks, the 2-time Pro Bowler. It is a gain of 1. He gets out to midfield. And taking a look with a flag thrown on the play. It's against Kansas City. Walt Anderson
Holding, number 81, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Holding by a wide receiver, that is Jason Avant, who had a couple of receptions last week in Baltimore for the Chiefs. So that's going to make it 1st and 20.
He actually tackled the safety Dante Whitner right in the hole.
That's never good.
Never a good start there. Probably a play you shouldn't have run. They ran that strong side run right into a strong side blitz by the Browns.
Cleveland has 5 in their secondary, 1st and 20. Albert Wilson, good blocks. You saw him on the other side. It's a gain of 4, hit by Shelton, takes it up to the 44-yard line. In the middle of that offensive line is a rookie out of the University of Missouri, Mitch Morris. He's started all season long. They did a lot of shuffling early in the season, but they now have used that 5 and been pleased. And we just talked about Macklin. He is closing in on a 1,000-yard season and a #1 Pro Bowl registered for the tight end, Travis Kelce. We just heard Rich talk about him in our open. 2nd down and 15. West, he got by Kruger, and then he works his way down the sideline before he's belted out of bounds by Carlos Dansby. On a gain of 7 into Cleveland territory. Danny Shelton is a rookie, and they like his upside. A starter all season, really coming on as the season has progressed. Dansby just made the stop. He is a good one on that line. Now in his 12th year out of Auburn. And we've already seen the rookie Gaines get beat. He is taking the place of the injured Pro Bowler Joe Hayden. Gaines is out of Louisville, 6th round pick, 3rd and 8, game's opening drive. Kruger jumps.
Neutral zone infraction, number 99, defense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's Paul Kruger on the wing.
Right at the top of the screen, good look at it. A good job in a 3rd and long situation, using the hard count to draw off Kruger. Now you put yourself in a very manageable situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 now. Was 3rd and 8. That changes the play completely, doesn't it?
Gives you options, and you can run it here in this situation if you choose.
Other tight end has been brought in, 3rd and 3. Smith, rest is open. Being chased, he's got the 1st down. Takes it to the 38. Hit by Tremont Williams in the secondary. On 3rd and 3, he picks up 6. It's a Chiefs 1st down to the 38 of the Browns.
Well, Alex Smith is really good. It seems like every week, Kevin, he makes a couple of these decisions on 3rd down to pull it down and run. And we talked about the importance of the hard count, getting yourself in a manageable situation where Alex Smith had some options there on 3rd down.
Smith coming off a game against the Ravens last week in Baltimore. He was 21 of 25 for 171 and a touchdown pass to Macklin. 1st and 10. Albert Wilson. Kelce trying to throw a block in from behind, brought down by K'Wan Williams. It is a gain of 3. He's got some speed, and he takes it down to the 35.
You know, I've studied this Browns defense, especially over the last month, Kevin. I'm really surprised they haven't played the run better. A year ago, they were dead last in run defense. It's been a point of emphasis in the all-off season, and yet they're currently 31st in run defense. Give up 135 yards a game. It's been a problem for far too long. They've given up more than 2,000 yards rushing in 14 of the past 16 seasons. Good look at defensive coordinator Jim O'Neill on the Browns sidelines.
With a 2nd down and 7. Here he goes again, needs the 28. He's close to the 1st down, hits the 29, and he runs for 6. He ran for 6 before. Just quickly on that Browns run defense, Rich, they said because of cornerback issues this year, the run defense for Cleveland has struggled.
Well, that's part of it. I don't know if I buy that entirely. Look, they want to play a lot of man-to-man coverage. With the issues they have with the corners now, they've got to play a little bit more two-deep coverage and be a little bit more coverage conscious, and so that has made it more difficult for them to put the extra body, the extra defender, down around the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 1, watch for West. He's one of the best in the NFL at converting 3rd and 1. Here's Sherman ahead. West gets the call. There he's got the 1st down, squirming right there. Charkandrick West is now converted 9 of 10 3rd and 1 rushing attempts He picks up on the play 3 and moves the chains for the Chiefs.
And we've talked a lot about the reasons for the turnaround with the Kansas City Chiefs and why they've won 8 in a row. I think the offensive line has had a lot to do with it as well. They have played a lot better over this 8-game winning streak. It's allowed the quarterback to play better, and it's allowed these young running backs, whether it's Charkandrick West or Spencer Ware, to really hit it up behind that big offensive line.
Ware hurt his ribs, did not play last week, hasn't played so far. 8th play of the drive, opening up the game 1st and 10. Into the nickel. He's got the tight end, Kelsey. And he was brought down by Dante Whitner after a gain of 5. He's down to the 21-yard line of the Cleveland Browns.
A really good conversation with Alex Smith about his Pro Bowl tight end, Travis Kelsey. He said he's become more of an every down tight end this season, a willing blocker in the running game. And I think he was always good versus man-to-man. He always had the ability to uncover. I think where he's been better this season is finding the holes versus zone coverage.
From Cleveland Heights, Ohio, is Kelsey, who played at the University of Cincinnati. 2nd and 5, 6-minute drive. Fake to West, off to Albert Wilson, who's out of Georgia State. Caught 4 last week in Baltimore, catches another one right there. He's got 10 yards on the gain to the 11 of Cleveland.
Well, he's going to come right out of the corner of your screen and a little slant route off the play action fake. And look at the squeeze it gets on the linebackers. It opens up a nice little window for Albert Wilson, who has really performed a whole lot better in this offense over the last 5 or 6 weeks.
And probably helped by Macklin on the other side, right? Because he draws so much attention.
You remember how they struggled a year ago, Kevin, even getting production at that position? Not a single receiver scored a touchdown last year for the Chiefs.
3 tight ends, 1st and 10 from the 11. Smith, pocket crumbles, he throws it away. Heavy pressure put on by Randy Starks. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Well, he holds it as long as he possibly can, and good pass rush here by the Browns. You see the hit here at the end. It's going to drive him right to the ground. Good finish there by Randy Starks.
One of the things people have talked about, though, with Smith, he makes a read and then he quickly pulls it down, right? Is that
yeah, he's very decisive. He doesn't spend a lot of time back in the pocket holding it. But the one thing, there's a couple things you can't do in this part of the field. You can't get penalties, sacks, and turnovers. It's a good decision there by Alex Smith to throw it away on 1st down.
Base defense. Orchard now comes a linebacker / defensive end to defend. 2nd and 10.
Well, it took a while to get that orchestrated.
It did. And the Chiefs have taken a timeout. And they're in that red zone because of the importance. Smith will go over and talk with Andy Reid. 7:57 in the 1st.
Aruba, Jamaica. Now we can actually take it.
To Costa Rica, Bahamas.
Come on, pretty mama.
Belize, Puerto Rico.
People, why don't we go down to Mexico?
We'll get there fast and you can take it slow.
Anywhere you want to go.
All the way down to Dominican Republic.
Nice hit.
Southwest is bringing our low fares to tropical destinations. Book now at southwest.com.
There's no time to waste. The Oh What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the ILX.
I live in the fine details. That's why I run on QuickBooks. I use the Payments app to accept credit cards and everything auto-syncs. Those sales prove my sustainable designs are better for the environment and my bottom line. That's how I own it.
Let's do a fresh start. Want everything in its place? Start at the place that has everything for Christmas, for laundry, for less. Let's do this. 64-quart latching totes now just $6.48 each. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
The 60s started it all.
And he's in for the Green Bay touchdown.
Amid an era of change.
It's one small step for man.
A new game brought a nation to its feet. It all leads to this. CBS is the home of Super Bowl 50.
Chiefs just took a timeout. Long drive. 11th play coming up. 2nd down and 10. No orchestrated drive. Smith 4 of 5. Into the nickel. Smith. Touchdown. What a catch. Macklin. He's just gone over the goal line, and he has just gone over 1,000 yards receiving. 11-yard touchdown strike.
Well, you're going to see, right, he's going to run the post route. They do a nice job spreading him out, getting in this empty, open formation, and you're going to get one-on-one with no help in the middle of the field. A perfect throw by Alex Smith in the back of the end zone.
Macklin has caught a touchdown pass for the 2nd consecutive week. He has made an immense difference to this Kansas City passing attack.
Really a player that the quarterback can trust in critical situations. 3rd down, down in the red zone. Really a nice throw in a tight window.
And held the ball through the catch and through the fall.
Well, what an impressive opening drive. They overcame the Jason Avant penalty. Kevin, we talked about the importance of getting off to a good start. Very similar last week against a 4-9 Baltimore team. You don't give a 3-11 team any confidence or reason to play early.
Rich, you said in the opening, so you got to take away their spirit. That's what that 7-minute drive did.
Yeah, really nice job by the Chiefs.
At least to start the game. Santos will jack on one more. 7-0 Kansas City. Macklin caught one for 14. Wilson caught one for 10. And then this rocket thrown by Smith to Macklin. And the Chiefs score first in Kansas City.
I wish this day would never end.
Morning.
The gift that keeps on thrilling. Now at the Oh What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
Oh, God, no. Your favorite show is over. You've fallen into a show hole. A part of you has died. Why even have a TV? Then you see it. Amazon Fire TV's vast library of best shows ever. So long, show hole. I've got Fire TV.
Fellas, we can't have the Capital One Orange Bowl without oranges.
That's a clementine.
This isn't a baby orange?
Nope.
What about this?
Tangerine.
Well, at least I got a good deal on these really big oranges.
Grapefruit.
See, now, you're just messing with me. This looks nothing like a grape.
2 different fruits, my brother. You do know pineapples don't look like apples, right?
Looks like an orange to me.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. Amazon Fire TV. Change the way you TV. And by the Acura Oh What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Well, the Chiefs with a 65-yard, 11-play drive. And we do know that Cleveland has started the last couple games well on offense, Rich.
Yeah, they did a really nice job the last couple of weeks, Kevin, getting off to good starts and scoring on their opening possession.
Well, Santos is going to kick off with the ball being held because of the fierce wind on this nasty day in Kansas City. Raheem Mostert is deep back. He is a rookie and a free agent out of Purdue. And the Browns about ready to get it. Into the breeze. Mostert will bring it out. He was in camp with Philadelphia, went to Baltimore, Miami, and knocked out of bounds right there by Kansas City's special teamer Jamel Fleming. With a return on the play at 25, a flag is back at the 16-yard line.
Holding number 53, receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Cleveland.
Linebacker and backup linebacker Craig Robertson. Here's a look at Johnny Manziel.
Well, no question, Kevin. He can make all the throws. He's got a quick release to go along with it. You know, as I mentioned in the open, I think clearly the decision-making and the accuracy from the pocket have improved over the last couple of weeks.
So here come the Cleveland Browns, led by Johnny Manziel. 6th start this season. The Heisman winner out of Texas A&M from the 8. Duke Johnson in the backfield. Rookie Johnson gets the call, looking for a block from Dre, and forced out of bounds by Smith. He works his way up near with a gain of 4, near about the 12-yard line. Joe Thomas has played in the NFL 9 years. Every single season he has gone to the Pro Bowl, doing it again along with the center. And Gary Barnidge should have been a first ballot Pro Bowler. He'll be a Pro Bowl alternate. What a magnificent season he's had. 930 receiving yards at that tight end. Top 5 in the league. Second and a long 5. Manziel, here comes Ford. There goes Johnny. Oh, and he had the receiver, Barnidge. Wide open. But Ford got right up in the grill of Manziel.
Boy, he's got him. The safety, for some reason, runs right by Barnidge. He's got his eyes in the backfield, and this was not an easy throw for Johnny Manziel, even though Barnidge was wide open. Johnny had some pressure in his face in the pocket.
Chiefs have gone multiple in the secondary.
They'd like to spread you out on offense, that's for sure.
5 wide. Nickel secondary, 3rd and 5. Oh, was almost picked off on the play by Berry. He's going to the Pro Bowl. They're looking for Duke Johnson. Here comes the punting unit out there for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, he just misses a slant throw to his left. And sometimes his footwork is the issue, Kevin. If you go back and look at his feet, watch his left foot. Watch it spin open. He never finishes at the receiver. That left foot's got to be towards the receiver. It's been a problem. It's why he's missed some throws to his left.
3-time Pro Bowler Andy Lee will punt. And deep back is Frankie Hammond Jr. The wind at his back. The punt landing at the 45, then out of bounds. Kansas City's going to have some pretty decent beginning field position. They lead on an 11-yard touchdown pass. 47-yarder, 7:02 in the first.
Hello, future people I will be defeating. Dr. T here again. I hear you've been working on strategies to stop me from taking over Boom Beach. Well, I have thought of everything. Riflemen? Flamethrowers? Heavies? Boom cannons? You see, I've thought of everything.
Boom Beach. Download for free.
Want a free pizza from Domino's? Well, just have some game nights, late nights, and bro time. With Domino's new Piece of the Pie rewards, you can earn a free pizza after just 6 online orders of $10 or more. Whoa! So, keep having dance-offs, pizza cakes, and hot dates. You'll have a free pizza in no time. Sign up to get your piece of the pie at Domino's.com.
This holiday season, ring in the new year with a bang.
Starting to see pictures, ain't you?
The Los Angeles Times raves it's one of the best films of the year. It's another Quentin Tarantino masterpiece. Amen. The Hateful Eight, rated R.
It's the Walmart clearance event. Starting now, you'll find all kinds of low prices on select apparel, Christmas decor, and toys. But hurry before these low clearance prices float away. Walmart.
This NFL superstar pretends to be a regular guy.
Are you Aaron Rodgers?
I get that a lot.
He's like really, really hot.
Could he fool you?
Want to go out at some point?
A new special, I Get That a Lot, CBS Wednesday.
If the Chiefs win today and a loss by either Pittsburgh or the Jets, the Chiefs are in the playoffs. Ryan Mallett signed last week for Baltimore. Has thrown a touchdown pass to Chris Matthews with an early lead on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Baltimore. From the 40-yard line, second possession. So a long drive by the Chiefs offense, a 3-and-out by the Browns offense. They had about 50 seconds. Kansas City's got it again. West in the backfield, he gets the call. Jeff Allen with a block. And a good run, knocked out of bounds by Tashawn Gibson. He picks up 22 and he takes it to the 38-yard line of Cleveland.
Well, just watch the center and the left guard. They're going to pull, and watch how they cave in the whole left side of this play. I mean, right here, go ahead and freeze it. I mean, they just cave in the whole left side. Look at the running lane for the back. I mean, a nice job cutting on the edge.
Ice it on. On. Yep. On, DD.
With the 1st and 10. This is Spencer Ware in the game for the first time in a couple games. Bruised his ribs 2 games ago. Gain of 3, brought down by the rookie Danny Shelton. The gain to the 36.
Well, they got Spencer Ware. They're able to rest him a lot last week against the Baltimore Ravens. Was banged up a little bit, but he's a guy that comes downhill with a purpose. And I really like how both of these backs are running right now for the Chiefs. Both West and Ware both have some attitude, and they like to finish runs.
Ware was a late draft choice by Seattle. Let go on Kansas City's practice squad and then brought up after week 5. 2nd down and 7. Ware again. Good cut. And he finds himself in the grasp of a couple, including John Hughes, after a gain of 3, and he's down to the Browns' 32.
It's amazing. You lose your Pro Bowl back, Jamal Charles, and you have 2 young guys that step in and really perform well. And I think it's allowed them to continue to do what they want to do, run the football and be a play-action team, move the quarterback around a little bit, and stay in manageable situations on 3rd down.
Yeah, they lost Jamal Charles in mid-October. They played here against the Bears, and he blew a knee. So these guys have all come in. Rest back in 3rd and 4. There's a bobble and retrieval by Smith. We've talked about early on, no gain on the play. We talked, obviously, Rich, early on about ball security. You always talk ball security. That really is the forefront of this Kansas City 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, and here's just a mistake by the center. He snaps the ball before the quarterback or the rest of the team is ready. It happens every once in a while, not very often, but remember, Kevin, he's still a rookie, Mitch Morse. Just a bad mistake in that part of the field. Now the Chiefs decide to go for it on 4th and 4.
4th and a long 4. You can see what they've done on 4th down this season.
Try the hard count here.
West is in. Blocked by Reed. There goes the quarterback. He's got the 1st down and more. Alex Smith. He's down to the 23. Picks up 9. He's had a couple of runs today, and they have been productive.
Well, Kansas City has made a living out of this, and Alex Smith, and the Browns got to do a better job. I mean, just look at this hole. I mean, the guy, you know he's going to run. It's what they've been talking about all week. Their key, stop the run, contain the quarterback, don't give up the big play. But they're not doing a good enough job early in the game containing Alex Smith.
It's a 1st and 10. Wrapped up West, no place to run, no place to hide. Hit again by Starks and a loss of a yard and a play. Rich, I always thought when you were playing the quarterback position that you relied on that running at least to kind of get things jump-started, and you were successful at it.
Well, I think, I always like quarterbacks that have some mobility. I think, I encourage them to be able to make a couple 1st downs with your legs each week. And, I think sometimes we think of Alex Smith as a game manager. We have all these labels, but the thing that you forget about him is how dangerous he can be outside the pocket when he decides to pull it down and run.
Team has run 6 consecutive plays. Here is a 2nd and 11. It's outside for Kelsey. Whitner had a handle on him. And then Williams pounds him down with a gain of 3 on the play for Travis Kelsey to the 22.
Well, just in talking to the coaching staff last night, Jim O'Neill, Mike Patton, they all said the same thing. Look, no problems at all with the way this team practices and prepares. They play hard. They haven't given in. And that's not easy when you're a 3-11 team and it's around the holidays and you don't have a lot to play for. But this team continues to come out week in and week out and fight to the finish.
Their concerns, they told us last night, the Chiefs running the ball and Alex Smith on 3rd down. Right now, 3rd and 7.
Better start spying on Alex Smith.
Alex Smith looking underneath, incomplete. Good coverage by Gibson. They were going for the tight end, Kelsey, who is a little bit slow to get up. He's had some injuries.
They're really nice coverage you mentioned by Tashawn Gibson. He's in a position where it makes it very difficult for Alex Smith. He's trying to use the boundary, but the one thing you can't do is undercut that throw and throw it behind the intended receiver.
Until that incompletion right there, Alex Smith had completed 10 consecutive third down passes going back to last week. Here's Santos, who had a couple field goals last week, including a 53-yarder in Baltimore. This is from 40 into a breeze. And that wind pushing it. 10-0 Kansas City. 40-yard field goal. 2 Kansas City possessions. 2 Kansas City scores. We're in the first from Arrowhead.
Look at you.
Oh, look at him.
One look can change the way you see the world.
Look at you.
Look after them with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Keep the dream alive with restyled Honda Accord.
Clementine never feared for her personal safety until Taco Bell introduced $1 Crunchwrap sliders. 4 delicious flavors for just $1 each. Then Clementine began to worry. Little did she know under her own body was a weird rubber plug.
Before there could be a nation, there had to be people willing to fight for it, to take on the world's greatest challenges, whatever they might be. So the U.S. Army masters not only tactics and strategy, but also physics and chemistry. We make battle plans and create breakthroughs in medicine, science, and engineering. Our next mission could be anything, so we prepare for everything.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Crunchwrap Sliders, 4 full-size flavors only at Taco Bell. And by New York Life, here to help you keep good going.
That's the old train station here in downtown Kansas City, Union Station. At one time, that was the second busiest train terminal in the world in back of Paris. All dressed up, as you can see right there, on this holiday season. Tuesday on CBS. It's a star-studded night celebrating legendary artists, including the man behind Star Wars, George Lucas. Stephen Colbert hosts the Kennedy Center Honors. Tuesday at 9, 8 Central, only CBS. 40-yard field goal by Santos. Mostert. They'll reel it back in and then brought down by Frank Zambo. Taking the place of Ali in the linebacking core. 12-yard return. Another look at Johnny Manziel when we come back to Kansas City.
Everybody deserves the gift of more data. For a limited time, Verizon is giving you 24 bonus gigs at no additional cost every year for life. That's 2 extra gigs per line per month when you activate or upgrade on our XL or larger sizes. 24 bonus gigs every year for life. Stream more, surf longer, all on the Better Network. Visit Verizon online or in-store today.
I wish this day would never end.
Morning.
The gift that keeps on throwing. Now at the Oh What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
She is a hero. I didn't know you had it in you.
There's a city out there that really needs you.
I'm on it.
Go get him, Supergirl.
NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
There's Johnny Manziel, and he's got Isaiah Crowell, the leading rusher in the backfield with him with a 1st and 10.
Man, awful field position. The first 2 drives starts at their own 8. Now their 13-yard line. Tough to go 90 yards against this Chiefs defense.
They held it 50 seconds the first time. Here is Isaiah Crowell. There he goes, galloping into the secondary. Brought down by Parker. What a burst by Crowell. That was a beauty. Racing for 29 and some breathing space to the Browns 41.
Well, look at them collapse the right side here. Nice job, and you're going to see the hole open up after the double team on the defensive tackle. And Crowell right up on the second level. They really ran the ball well a couple weeks ago against the 49ers. That's going to be key again today against this Kansas City defense. They have to be able to run the ball in the early downs.
Chiefs have 5 in their secondary. 1st and 10 for Johnny Manziel. Crowell again. He had that terrific run brought down there by Derek Johnson. He picks up 4 on the play. 145 on the ground for Crowell against San Francisco a couple weeks ago. Thought your fantasy season was over. It's not. Play for free and you could win a trip to Super Bowl 51 in 2017. Join today at NFL.com/playoff challenge. Yeah, the 145 you laid on the Niners was very impressive a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but since then, Kevin, they've really struggled. Really just 29th in rushing this season.
2nd and 6. Duke Johnson will dance his way and finally get hit by Maga. Plays that outside backer. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and he's up to about midfield. All right, the Kansas City defense. Dontari Poe is in the middle. He's been in the Pro Bowl past years, not this year. Anchors that defensive line. We told you that Tom Bahali is out, had hand surgery this week, so Frank Zombo will take his place. And Marcus Peters, who is a rookie out of Washington, may be the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. 7 interceptions. Bob Sutton says he's one of the best young guys he's coached. 2 touchdown returns for Peters. He had 2 picks last week in Baltimore, including a 90-yard pick 6, 3rd and 1. Johnson brought down from behind. D. Ford. The Chiefs are number 1 in the league, stopping 3rd and 1. And they did it right there. D. Ford with his signature play.
Hey, buddy. You're a good driver. Get in the car. No. I don't think I should do this. Just get in the car!
Before I had the shooting, burning pins and needles of diabetic nerve pain, these feet served my country, carried the weight of a family, and walked a daughter down the aisle. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor. And he prescribed Lyrica.
Nerve damage from diabetes causes diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is FDA approved to treat this pain, from moderate to even severe diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worsening depression, or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain, and my biggest reason to walk calls me Grandpa.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Your vision benefits are about to expire, so let us help you. VisionWorks accepts hundreds of plans, including Davis Vision, and you'll get 50% off a second pair of glasses when you use your insurance. It's all about helping you be a better you. VisionWorks.
What is it like to be the arm candy in a relationship? Do you have a favorite pope at this point?
When you want answers,
how big is your posse?
Turn to the man who's not afraid.
Have you had any work done?
To ask the tough questions.
What is money?
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Weeknights, only CBS.
Second punt in 2 possessions for the Cleveland Browns. Andy Lee into the wind, And Frankie Hammond Jr. is back inside the 10 for the Chiefs. Hammond from the 12. Got by Poyer. Brought down by Tank Carter. 8-yard return, 39-yard punt, and right at 4 seconds on the hang time. And again, the wind fool with it. And through 1 quarter of play, these are some of the numbers. And look at the time of possession early in this game.
Yeah, that's the big one, Kevin, right there, that time of possession. And, of course, Browns having a very difficult time moving the ball and converting on 3rd down. And they've not done a good enough job containing Alex Smith. He's really hurt them pulling the ball down and running. He's already got 21 rushes or 21 carries or 21 yards on 4 carries.
You saw second-year head coach Mike Pettin. Ware is in. 1st and 10. Spencer Ware. Right at the teeth of that defense. Cooper and others jump on him with a gain of a yard on the play up to the 21-yard line. Kansas City 9-5 coming in. The Cleveland Browns come in 3-11. They began the season 2-5, then 7 consecutive losses. Now they've lost 8 of 9, and like we said in the open, Rich, playing for next year, working on the young players who will be the future of the team.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity to finish strong and carry some momentum into the offseason. Everyone is being evaluated, including the coaching staff, and I think that's why these next 2 weeks are critical for everyone involved.
It's a 2nd down and 9. Here comes Ware. Knifing his way and then brought down once again by Xavier Cooper, who's a rookie out of Washington State, and that's a gain of 4. He's up to the 25.
Well, you look at this Browns defense, and they have really had their struggles on the road. They're just 1-6 on the road, and they've allowed at least 30 points in 6 of their 7 road games this season. And in talking to some of the coaching staff, that man right there, Jim O'Neill, they've been a very inconsistent tackling team. They haven't tackled well enough this season, especially on the road.
Final road game of the season for the Browns. 3rd down and 4 here. West is in. Kendrick up to the 29-yard line. Hughes was there, and Kirksey was there. With a gain of 3, they're short by about 1.5 yards, and Kansas City will punt for the first time today.
Well, nice stop there. Really nice effort inside John Hughes, and comes off the block. And it's a good stop for them. We'll get some good field position here, and need to do something with it on offense.
Here's the number 4 punt returner in the National Football League. You just saw him, Travis Benjamin. He's returned 1 already this season. 78 yards for the Browns touchdown. Into punt, Dustin Colquitt. With wind at his back and a poor punt from the 29, Benjamin. The block, and then he was drilled on the side. Chris Conley, that number 17, a rookie out of Georgia who they like a lot. Incredibly athletic, comes up with a big-time hit, 15-yard return, 43-yard punt. Another look at Johnny Manziel on CBS.
Let's do a fresh start. Want everything in its place? Start at the place that has everything for Christmas, for laundry, for less. Let's do this. 64-quart latching totes, now just $6.48 each. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
Let me see that.
Participation trophy. But we won every game. Why did we get the same trophy as all those teams we beat? Are we gonna start ending games with hugs instead of handshakes? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Here you go, champ.
Thanks.
Celebrate the magic of the season
getting lost in the moment, seeing life through a different lens. Television at its best can transform our world in remarkable ways. And that's why CBS is America's most watched network.
Offensive coordinator John DeFilippo had Josh McCown, a veteran. Now he's got a second year. Johnny Manziel is the quarterback.
I like John DeFilippo. Look, it hasn't been easy, Kevin. He's had to play with 3 different quarterbacks. You mentioned that without Josh McCown. You got a young guy in there, and you're going to see what he can do here the next couple of weeks.
Manziel looking deep for Trey. Incomplete. The tight end was there. The coverage by Marcus Peters in the secondary. So it is 2nd down and 10. Jim Trey was in the sights of Manziel.
This ball just sails on Johnny Manziel. You got to be able to drive it when the wind is in your face. Just watch this ball.
Oh my gosh.
It just came out a little bit funny and it just sailed on him. That would have been a very difficult catch for the tight end, Jim Trey.
So when you say drive it, what do you mean? Keep it low?
Yeah, you got to keep it low, and you know you're fighting with the wind. You got to be able to drive it. You put some air on it, it's going to get moved around here quite a bit.
Crowell once again finds his way into the secondary, hit by Berry, picks up 9, had a 29-yard run in the last series, and a first down run, close to it at least right there.
Yeah, the more I look at it, you can see the ball just kind of flutter on him, and it looks like he was in between what to do, wasn't completely sure whether or not to pull the trigger there, and that one just left his hand kind of funny.
So Manziel 1 of 4, Crowell 3 carries and 41 yards. Crowell's back there right now, 3rd and a long 1. The pitch fake. Manziel wide open. He's got the tight end Trey. Knocked down in the secondary by Parker. The catch and run to the Kansas City 29. 19-yard pickup. Nice play. First down, Cleveland.
Well, really, he's gonna fake it. Watch the kick out block, and then the tight end's gonna come right back underneath, but the action with the toss gets all the linebackers moving to their left, and a really nice design and great execution by Johnny Manziel.
Dwayne Bowe, top of your screen, former Chiefs All-Pro receiver, has been a disaster with the Browns in his first year. Here's a 1st and 10 handoff, and Crowell is met on the play by Derek Johnson, the leading tackler once again, with a gain of 2 down to the 27.
Well, he hasn't really played a lot this season. Kevin, you mentioned it's been a bit of a disappointment. You know, look at the numbers that he brought with him, and just 5 receptions this season. He's been a healthy scratch way too often, and you know, I think a lot of it is just not detailing his work. Too many mistakes, whether it's in practice or in games, and just not a lot of confidence he's going to do the right thing in a critical situation.
Yep, mistakes. Problem. 2nd down 8. Here they come. Manziel looking for Bowe with an incompletion. And they may have blown that play. It was a penalty on the Chiefs.
It starts with Dontari Poe.
Number 55, defense.
D4.
5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Today is 4th consecutive start for the injured Pro Bowl linebacker Justin Houston.
Well, they get Dontari Poe and D4 to the top of the screen. They get the blitz coming. They can't wait to get home. You know, the Browns get a bit of a break in this one, Kevin. The Chiefs are without their 2 best pass rushers, Justin Houston and Tamba Hali. Good opportunity for D Ford, who really had a breakout game a couple weeks ago against Phillip Rivers and the Chargers, where he had 3 sacks.
Duke Johnson in the backfield, 2nd and 3, 2 tight ends. They'll throw outside to Marlon Moore, former Miami Dolphin. Loss of a yard. Nice play in the secondary, turned in by Ron Parker. Parker's had a nice season. He's got 4 sacks, Rich, from the secondary for the Chiefs this year.
Well, the sacks come from all over the place when you really study this defense. They've got 6 different players with at least 4 or more sacks. That's tops in the league this season.
Bowe back in as a receiver for the Browns. 3rd down and 4. They set the Guinness Book of World Records for stadium noise here earlier. 3rd and 4. Here goes Johnny Manziel. The pitch out outside to Duke Johnson. And there goes a flag. He may have crossed the line of scrimmage as he pitched on that 3rd and 4.
This is the thing you worry about when you decide to blitz Johnny Manziel. He can pull it down and run. Unfortunately, I think he throws this one when he's in front of the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 11 as it stands right now.
Yeah, you see the pressure coming to his left. Does a nice job stepping up. Now watch when he lets go of this thing. He's at least a yard in front of the line of scrimmage. At least it looked that way.
That was a throw. Not a pitch, it was a throw.
There is no foul for an illegal forward pass. The pass was ruled as backwards. First down.
Oh, I don't know if it was, though.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it that way either.
Let's take a look at it.
They may challenge this one. I thought he was pitching forward. Here goes the challenge.
Yeah, Andy Reid wants another look at that one.
Did it look like to you that the ball was going forward?
If it's going backwards, then it doesn't really make a difference where he tosses it. It's a question of where he actually is going to catch this thing. Boy, I don't know. It looks to me like it's going forward. Certainly,
Kansas City
you watch the back, it looks like Duke Johnson.
The pass was backward.
And the ball was a leading throw to Johnson, but there is a challenge. 9:15 in the first.
The Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor, a powerful tool that shows you what you should pay. It gives you a fair purchase price that's based on what others recently paid for the same new car and Kelley Blue Book's trusted pricing expertise. KBB.com.
Give yourself the gift of a better network. Get up to 50% off our hottest Android smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6, only till December 27th. Visit Verizon online or in-store today.
Music is not a houseplant. It shouldn't just stay in one room. I want rock in the kitchen, soul in the bedroom, and blues in the whole house.
Yeah. Hey, when this world upsets me, this music sets me free, yeah.
We're heading to Daytona.
You guys want to tag along for a bit?
We have a very important tea time.
And you also take a nap before you play Mahjong?
Nice girl.
Creeper!
We're not going to Daytona.
Let's go.
I remember you in high school. You were talking about traveling the world. Now you're pushing some papers in a law firm.
You're ridiculous.
For one night, just chill. I appreciate you doing this for me, Jason.
It's actually kind of fun. Did you just get naked?
That's the best way to sleep.
Oh, my God.
Dirty Grandpa, rated R, in theaters January 22nd.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Volkswagen. And by Dirty Grandpa, in theaters January 22nd.
The Chiefs have challenged a play by Johnny Manziel that it was a forward pass.
After reviewing the play, when the quarterback threw the ball, it went forward. That's an illegal forward pass, number 2 of the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty from the 22-yard line and a loss of down. It'll be 4th down at the 27. Kansas City will not be charged with a timeout.
Mike Carey officiated Super Bowl 42. Mike, you've watched the play. What do you think?
Yeah, so here is the rule. From the instant it leaves the quarterback's hand, you determine whether it's forward or backwards from the instant it touches something, in this case, the receiver. Now, generally, when you throw a ball backwards, it goes backwards, but when you're running forward, it's very difficult to throw a backwards pass. And in this case, they ruled that it went forward, therefore the reversal.
Mike, thank you very much. Here is a 45-yard field goal try by Travis Coons. He's got a right groin injury he's battling, but he nails this baby to put the Cleveland Browns on the board. 8:58 in the first half. 45-yard Cleveland field goal.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. 0 do-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select models.
is your moment, your time.
One, two, three. Shout to keep working. Gotta get them bills paid. If you focus on what you want, you can have anything. Shawty got the building back there. About to get tuition paid. With a future like that, gotta make sure we educate. Bring the drums in. Exercise now. We gon' sweat out your weed. Get it, shawty.
Get a free 32-inch class Samsung TV with purchase of any Samsung Galaxy S6 or Note 5. Available at Best Buy.
I really thought that, I was here to play football. The sport defined me. But a few years ago is when I realized that football was just a platform to be able to connect people to the resources they need to live a healthy and effective life.
The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year nominees for the teams today. For the Cleveland Browns, Gary Barnidge founded the American Football Without Barriers Foundation. The international nonprofit aims to develop American football in underprivileged countries around the world. For the Chiefs, Eric Berry began his foundation, which has helped children both here in the U.S. and internationally as well. The winners will be announced on February 6th during the NFL Honors Show, airing right here on CBS.
Yeah, they're both good guys. How about Gary Barnidge, Kevin? He rented out a movie theater on Christmas Eve using his Twitter account. He invited the first 500 people who showed up to watch Star Wars with him. He does these kind of things throughout the season, very generous with his time and talents.
And a terrific player. Coons with the kickoff. And from the 3-yard line, here comes Niall Davis, who is brought down by Poyer. Jordan Poyer, former Eagle, 21-yard return. Well, the Chiefs on the ground, this has been a part of their mix.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, and we talked about the quarterback, 21 yards rushing on 4 carries. It's a big part of their success. And Kendrick West, 34 yards rushing, including a long of 22. But the guy that's driving the Browns crazy right now is the quarterback, who's made some big plays on 3rd down with his feet.
4 carries, 21 yards for Alex Smith. 4th possession after a 3-and-out. Last time they had it, 1st and 10. Kendrick West in the backfield, blocked by Fisher, the left tackle, going deep. He's got Conley, who's held, and a flag is thrown. Tramon Williams got him. And Conley had a beat on him. And the veteran Tramon Williams, who was a Pro Bowler with Green Bay back in 2010, caught.
Pass interference, number 22, defense. First down at the spot of the foul.
40-yard Cleveland penalty.
Yeah, without Joe Hayden in the lineup, Tramon Williams is their best corner. You see that right arm there. He's got him hooked. He just panicked once he saw Conley go by him on the post route.
And Williams really, Rich, is not a lead corner. He's a number 2 corner, and he now thrust into the number 1.
Yeah, and he's a guy that gives him some versatility. He can play outside or he can play in the slot. I think he's been a good addition to free agency, but he's not Joe Hayden.
Quick throw, bobble, drops Macklin. And Dante Whitner right there, a hard hitter. One time he thought about taking the W off the back of his name.
Dante Hittner.
Yeah, it could be called Dante Hittner.
Dante Whitner's right there, reminded him, hey, you come in the middle of the field.
It's going to happen.
You're going to pay a price.
It's going to happen.
He's a physical safety. Both these safeties, you look at Deshaun Gibson and Dante Whitner, they have a tendency to be aggressive with run action, but both would prefer to play down around the line of scrimmage where the action is.
He was arguing with his teammate last week in that game.
He's telling the rookie.
He's a tough customer.
He's telling the rookie to mind his business.
2nd down and 10. Up the middle for Kelsey. Oh, he slips by 2. Whitner brought him down. At about the 33-yard line with a gain of 9 for the tight end, Travis Kelsey.
Well, you talk about tackling. Here's a good look at Deshaun Gibson. He comes in, he's going to swing and miss, and Dansby overruns it. Whitner finally makes the tackle, and yards after contact, yards after catch have been a big problem for the Browns on defense this season.
Kansas City comes in 9-5, 2nd place in the AFC West, number 5 in the AFC. They've won 8 straight. Ware, look at him dig and turn. Mater finally brings him down. Jamie with the tackle, very consistent player in the middle of that Interior on the defensive line for the Cleveland Browns on a gain of 3 down to the 30.
And Spencer Ware played some fullback and running back at LSU, and it's a guy that works to finish runs. Very good in short yardage and goal line situations.
He was a all-state quarterback. Was Ware.
Went to LSU and saw all the quarterbacks were 6'4" and 6'5" and said, maybe I should play running back.
1st and 10. Going deep, and he's looking for Wilson. No yellow. Tremont Williams with the coverage as they were going for Albert Wilson. 2nd down and 10.
We talked about these safeties being aggressive, so they step up, and I think that's fine. He just touches him on the shoulder there. It wasn't going to catch it anyway. But they're going after Tremont Williams, and they're mixing it up. A moment ago, we saw Chris Conley, and now they send Albert Wilson to the post.
Well, just throwing it long, Rich, as a former quarterback, you know what that's like. It does a lot to help your offense, even if it's incomplete.
Yeah, it keeps them honest. Makes them defend the entire field.
Rest in the backfield, 2nd down and 10. Sherman, the fullback, is there as well. Underneath, they go to Macklin. With a hit right there by the Louisville rookie, Charles Gaines. He's now playing in his 6th game. That's a gain of 8 right there, down to the 22 of the Browns.
They're still not where they want to be with the passing game. The Chiefs, they're just 28th in passing offense, just a little over 200 yards a game through the air. But there's so much, the quarterback is so much more comfortable because of those two right there. The tight end, Travis Kelce, and Jeremy Macklin. These are players that he trusts. He knows that they can win versus man. They know how to find and sit down versus zone, and it's really helped them this year in the passing game.
3rd and 2. Smith, congested pocket, almost picked off, and it was by Orchard, who takes it the other way. Here comes the rookie out of Utah, flying down the sideline, and tackled from behind by Reed. The Browns' first takeaway in the last 4 games. Tremont Williams, interception off of Matt Schaub in week 12. And on the ricochet, it's the rookie Orchard who comes up with the pick.
It took a while. They were deciding who was going to finally get it. And what a great effort there by Nate Orchard. I mean, this is big. You talked about this is a defense that has had a difficult time taking the ball away. Not only does he take it away, but he takes off in the other direction. It's a great effort here by Fisher. He saves the touchdown.
So who are we going to give that to? Are we going to give it to Orchard, or are we going to give it to Robertson?
Get an assist. It's like hockey. Ball was bouncing all around.
That's the 2nd interception in the last 366 passes by Alex Smith. 1st and 10, Duke Johnson Jr., and there's Dontari Poe. Poe brings him down after a gain of a yard, devours him at the 40.
Kev, that last play just took way too long to develop. I mean, Alex Smith was staring that one down, and for a guy that usually gets the ball out on time, we always use the expression, if you wait, you're late.
Orchard, his 1st career interception.
They got some great field position now. Now they have to be able to capitalize on this turnover.
Chiefs came in plus 15 in the takeaway giveaway. 2nd down, 9, Manziel. Intercepted, picked off by Peters. He's got an entourage. He gets by Johnson. He gets a block downfield by Zombo. He's just picked off his 8th pass of the year. A 46-yard return. He has just tied the Chiefs' single-season interception record held by Bobby Hunt from 1962.
Well, you just have a faster player. He's just baiting the quarterback to throw this to the tight end Barnage. Marcus Peters, he's got better speed and quickness, and talk about a guy that had 2 picks last week, took 1 back for a touchdown. He has been an incredible addition to this Kansas City defense.
How about that? 3 in the last 2. We saw it last week in Baltimore. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Smith outside Wilson. Big hit right there. What a drill by Kirksey. He played at Iowa. Big hit right there. Flag thrown downfield at the 12.
Prior to the pass, holding number 22, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Marcus Peters, like we said early on, may be the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now with 8 interceptions, 23 passes defensed, obviously high in the entire NFL. 2 pick sixes, first-round pick, and a beauty.
Yeah, and they do a great job taking advantage of the turnovers. They've scored 119 points off of takeaways already this season.
1st and 10. Wilson again. They're using more and more of this young player. Finally, Danny Shelton was there to get him. Dante Whitner also had a hit on him. It's a gain of 2, and he's down to the 22.
We saw Shelton out before the game with his shirt off. And he's a guy that probably had his best game of the season last week in Seattle. And he's a big nose tackle. And they feel he's got a bright future in the middle of that defense.
Number 1 pick, Danny Shelton, before the game.
He meant business.
He meant business, with a lot of business.
That's great to see. Guys that love football. And there's a guy that loves football in the middle of that Browns defense.
Or loves cold weather, one of the 2, 2nd down and 8. This is West outside. Good read on it. Knocked out of bounds by Tramon Williams. And a loss of a yard on the play. He read it well. Tramon Williams, they signed him for big money as a free agent from the Packers.
The Browns are starting to tighten up a little bit on defense now. A better job clamping down and making it difficult for these receivers to get into the transition of the run.
The time of possession in this game, Kansas City is zeroing in on 18 minutes in about 8 minutes for the Browns. 3rd down and 9. Into the nickel. In fact, 6 defensive backs back there for Cleveland.
They're going to get the Kelsey, the tight end, he flinched.
Ball start, number 87, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Kansas City's offense comes in number 24. Cleveland's defense comes in number 26. But Rich, number 31, you mentioned this earlier, against the run.
Yeah, it's been a problem all season. Get up a little over 135 yards a game on the ground, scoring, 31st in scoring. Numbers aren't good on defense, although they have played better here the last couple weeks.
3rd and 14.
Hey, fire down these 2. Fire down 56. Hey, fire down these 2 right here. Let's go, Greg.
They need the 14. Fisher holds him out. Here comes Alex Smith. Foot race, being chased by Dansby. And he gets close. Did he get it? Looks like he did. A flag has been thrown back at the 29.
Holding, number 71, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's on Jeff Allen, who's been battling injury this recent season with an ankle. Starting today.
Yeah, he's going to get beat across his face, and then as the quarterback starts to scramble, you're going to see right there with that right arm, he just grabs the defender, and that allows Alex Smith to have some space. You mentioned Jeff Allen banged up a little bit this year. Zach Fulton has played there as well. But collectively, those 5 men up front have played a lot better during that 8-game win streak.
That knocked him out of field goal range, perhaps, with the wind swirling as it is. 3rd and 24.
Quarterback draw. What time?
And he's brought down in the play by Kruger after a gain of 5, and he's down to the 34 of the Cleveland Browns.
You know, Kevin, we usually wait till halftime to make our halftime adjustments.
Yes.
If I'm Cleveland and I'm Mike Pettin, I'm talking to my defensive coordinator, Jim O'Neill. I said, you better have an answer for how we're going to stop number 11. He's hurting us more than anybody right now, pulling the ball down on 1st down, on 2nd down, and on 3rd down, making plays. They're not doing a good enough job with a coordinated pass rush to keep this guy contained in the pocket.
That's Benjamin back inside the 10 for the Cleveland Browns, and Dustin Colquitt is going to punt for the 2nd time here in the first half for the Chiefs. So they can't do anything with the Marcus Peters interception.
It's a good stop by the Cleveland defense.
And this will go in back to Benjamin. Get the great bounce for the Chiefs and picked up by Williams at the 9. Tremont Williams got it on the bounce. 26-yarder. Again inside 20 yards for Colquitt. Timeout.
Terry Bradshaw? What a surprise.
You know what else is a surprise? Shingles. And I can hit you out of nowhere. I know. I had it. Come on. Let's sit down and talk about it. And did you know that 1 in 3 people will get shingles?
No. That's why I'm reminding people, if you had chicken pox, then the shingles virus is already inside you. Ooh. Who's had chicken pox? Scoot over. And look, that nasty rash can pop up anywhere, and the pain can be even worse than it looks. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about a vaccine that can help prevent shingles.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so we have to build our own.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Macy's. And by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
That's part of the Truman Library, built on a hill overlooking Kansas City and the beautiful skyline of this terrific Midwestern town. Coming up on the Verizon halftime report. JB, Tony Bart, Boomer, and Coach Bill Cowher for the latest NFL scores and news and highlights, as well as an analysis of the first half. All coming up in the Verizon halftime report from our CBS studios in New York. After a Kansas City punt, Manziel stranded inside his 10. It's Crowell with a great defensive play by Tyvon Branch. He had a touchdown run and a fumble recovery last week. We've got the 2-minute warning at Arrowhead.
Give yourself the gift of a better network. Get up to 50% off our hottest Android smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6, only till December 27th. Visit Verizon online or in-store today.
Players celebrate with rings. Teams celebrate with trophies. And now you can celebrate with the Bud Light Super Bowl Series. Build your dynasty today.
Crawfish shorts, I like your style. Hooked it just a little bit. Don't open that cellar door. Epic comeback starts right here. Lucky shot.
It's Macy's After Christmas sale. Get our lowest prices of the season on furniture. Like this great deal on the Radley 5-piece sectional, just $1,599. Save big on the Almafi leather sofa, now only $799. Get the Tribeca queen bed, only $279. Or this Bordeaux 7-piece dining set, just $979. Get special financing on a furniture purchase of $499 or more on your Macy's card. Plus shop Macy's.com or call 1-800-BUY-MACY.
USAA thanks all those who've served with this Salute to Service moment. USAA is the presenting sponsor of the 2016 Pro Bowl. Throughout the week, NFL players will spend time with the local military community and commemorate the 75th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor to honor all the men and women who have served in harm's way. See how USAA honors and serves our military at salutetoservice.com.
This boss's rise to the top wasn't all sugar and spice, and finds out undercover her workers think she's not nice.
The VP scares the living daylights out of me.
New Undercover Boss, CBS tonight.
It ain't easy being a genius.
We do not do dangerous. We do calculations.
Welcome to Scorpion, everyone. Scorpion, CBS this Monday.
Andy Reid and the Chiefs began 1-5. They've won 8 consecutive games. They're 9-5 and number 5 in the AFC playoff picture right now. If they win today and a loss by either the Steelers or the Jets, the Chiefs are in the playoffs. You can see Fitzpatrick has thrown a touchdown pass for the Jets. Now a touchdown pass for Baltimore. We're at the 2-minute warning with a 2nd down and 12 for Johnny Manziel, stranded at his 7. Good slant, caught, grabbed by Darius Jennings, who is a rookie out of UVA. He's out to the 15, and he picks up 7 on that quick hitter. 3rd down. Timeout Kansas City. So they now have 1 remaining. Manziel walking to the side. Clock at 1:53 in the first half at Arrowhead.
When a mountain needs to refresh things, it doesn't call for a cleaning service. It uses the cold to sift through every single speck. So if you wonder what inspired us to cold filter our beer, well, you're looking at it. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Good news. You're down with Crestor. All right. Now there's a way you can get Crestor for $3.
Adding Crestor along with diet lowers bad cholesterol. Crestor is not for people with liver disease or women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Call your doctor if you have muscle pain or weakness, feel unusually tired, have loss of appetite, upper belly pain, dark urine, or yellowing of skin or eyes. These could be signs of serious side effects. Ask for the Crestor $3 card. Ask your doctor about Crestor.
You could book this incredible resort, then cancel it. Book it, cancel it. Book, cancel, book. With free cancellations on most properties, you're free to change your mind. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Being a rookie sucks. Being a rookie sucks more with Jolly Rancher.
Dance, girly man! Dance! I'm a little teapot short.
Keep on sucking!
Week 16 continues later today on Fox. Then tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC. And then tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football on ESPN and Westwood One Radio. I'll be in Denver with the NFL Network's Kurt Warner. 3rd and 4. Chiefs have a timeout. Cleveland has 3 in their pocket right now. Manziel. Crumbling pocket. Look out. He floats one up. It's incomplete for Benjamin, who's covered by Sean Smith, and he had pressure coming, Rich, from all sides. The punting unit is on the field.
Well, you have to make a decision if you're Bob Sutton, the defensive coordinator of the Chiefs. Do you rush with 4 or do you rush with 5 and 6? And I think you're better off rushing with 5 and 6 and collapse the pocket around a 6-foot-tall quarterback and make him sit in there and function as a pocket passer. You rush 4, you give this guy too many lanes to run around and scramble.
Manziel 4 of 9. Former San Francisco punter Andy Lee. Frankie Hammond Jr. back at the 35, hang time of 4-5, and he's brought down right there. Poyer makes his 2nd special teams tackle for the Cleveland Browns. 9-yard return, 49-yard punt, and the Chiefs have 1 timeout. Coming up in the Verizon halftime from New York, JB and Company scores, news, highlights on this Week 16, as well as analysis here of the first half. That's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. That guy was busy a couple of days ago.
Sure was. Unfortunately, he didn't come to my house. You know, I'll say this, Kevin. The Chiefs have been very good in this situation. They've scored 8 times in the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Last 3 Chiefs possessions, 3 in punt, interception. Orchard picked it off, and a punting situation. Chiefs began the game with 2 straight scores, including an 11-yard touchdown pass to Macklin from Alex Smith. 1st and 10, 1 timeout. Look out. He was hit by Mingo, and he gets away, and he's got an open field with which to work, and down to the 26. What a run by Alex Smith. He has been all over the field. A 29-yard pickup and over 50 yards on the ground rushing today.
Well, Markevius Mingo is right there to make this play. You got to be able to finish. Alex is going to step up. You got your hands on him. He's able to slip away. He's very strong in the pocket, and we've seen this so much through the first half. Him pull it down and run and really hurt this secondary.
54 yards on the ground for the quarterback today. Smith, 1st and 10. From the Cleveland 27. This is West. Look at him move around, and Gibson brought him down along with Gaines in the secondary on a gain of 3 and down to the Cleveland 23. Alex Smith with some running ability and putting the Chiefs once again in scoring position.
Straight Talk's Bring Your Own Phone plan saves me a lot of money. To prove it, I switched from an expensive contract plan by popping a SIM card into my phone. Now it's a Straight Talk phone, and I get to keep my same number and network for half the cost. That's money we could put towards your college fund.
Well, I'm not going to college. I want to be a magician. Invisibility, now!
I can still see you.
Your phone, your network, half the cost. Unlimited talk, text, and data is just $45 a month. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Well, that's kind of inverted. Nonetheless, Smith has made a difference.
Yeah, they have no answer for the quarterback, and you know, he's a smart player. He sees man-to-man coverage. He sees these corners and linebackers with their backs turned towards the line of scrimmage. He knows he can pull it down and make some big plays with his legs.
One time, no timeouts now. 2nd down and 7. Smith looking for a throw to a Font. With the coverage on the play in the secondary by K'Wan Williams. It's 3rd and 7 for the Chiefs.
When you really study Alex Smith, he's going to look. It's funny, we were talking to the Browns a little bit last night. They say he looks to the tight end or to Macklin, and then he looks to pull it down and run. He's quick to pull it down, and that's the one thing I think as you're rushing the passer today and you're wearing one of those orange helmets, you've got to be very cognizant of this quarterback. He's quick to make that decision to run.
5 in the secondary. Smith has had a quarterback rating over 100 in 4 of the last 5 games. 3rd and 7. Got a block from West End by Fisher. Down the sideline to Kelsey. The catch at about the 13. And a gain of 11 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Little cat and mouse game. They're not sure. Mingo's not sure whether the quarterback is going to run. We've seen so much of it, so he just baits him, and he's able to throw the ball on the boundary to his Pro Bowl tight end.
And he did not have maybe as secure a hold on that ball as he wanted. Yes. They will not look at it upstairs. Anything under 2 minutes, of course, is a booth review that they initiate.
Tough spot for Mingo to be in, especially when you consider how much the quarterback has run in the first half.
Here they go. They are going to look at it.
The first charge timeout, Cleveland, 30 seconds.
And that's why they called it, maybe to give that booth a little bit more time, Rich, to take a look at that previous play.
Yeah, you got a good look at it here. He does double clutch it, but I think he's able to gather control and still get that right foot, drag that right foot in bounds. You know, I always say it's easy when you catch it the first time, but he's taking a peek. I think he's able to gather it in just there at the end.
Well, Rich, 3rd consecutive winning season for Coach Andy Reid and the Chiefs, 9-5 record, 8 consecutive wins. This has been an incredible season of lows with a 1-5 start, and now here right on the doorstep of the playoffs.
Yeah, but there was no sense of panic, Kevin. We did them in week 1. We saw them in the middle of the season, and you know, it wasn't perfect, but Andy kept reminding this team that they're getting better, that you could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they kept coming to practice every day, working hard and believing in one another. And here they find themselves now 9-5 and real close to making it to the playoffs once again under Andy Reid.
You saw the Ravens, and if Pittsburgh loses and the Chiefs win, Chiefs are in. 1st and 10. Quick throw, touchdown, Kelsey. His last touchdown reception was a month ago here against Buffalo. He just tumbles in for 6 on a 13-yard touchdown pass by Smith.
Boy, as a quarterback, you just love a big target. He's just working on the corner, and it's a perfect throw by Alex Smith loaned away to a 6'5", 260-pound tight end that runs routes sometimes like a wide receiver. That's why he's going to the Pro Bowl.
So about a month between touchdown receptions for him, but he gets that right there. Here's Santos to tack on one more with a half-minute to play in the first half. And he got it, drills it with the wind, playing with every ball that's in the air, whether thrown or kicked. And he got that through, and it's 17-3 with the Chiefs. And Travis Kelce out of the University of Cincinnati, number 5 in receiving yards among tight ends. And going to his first Pro Bowl with his performance this year, he is close to 1,000 yards receiving.
Well, Kansas City in the first half, I mean, you look at the numbers, and just 77 yards of offense for the Cleveland Browns, and Johnny Manziel just 4 of 9 for 30 yards with the interception. Got to find a way to get this guy jump-started in the second half. They need to bring some jumper cables into that locker room for some of these players.
Well, we told you the Chiefs have won 8 consecutive games. There are a lot of teams that have got winning streaks, including the 18-game winning streak of the Panthers dating back to last regular season. And the Chiefs ride at 8. And the Arizona Cardinals have put together themselves with Carson Palmer and a division clinching title in the NFC West. 8-game winning streak. And what about Seattle, Rich? 2 consecutive Super Bowl appearances, and they are peaking at the right time.
And it really reminds me of last year when you look at the Seahawks. They won 6 straight to finish the season a year ago. Of course, went to another Super Bowl. And how about Carolina? They're in a dogfight down there against the Atlanta Falcons. They're tied at the half.
Darius Jennings is back, and he's back there because Mostert hurt his ankle earlier in the game and being evaluated, questionable return. So Darius Jennings, a rookie, will bring it out. Reserve wide receiver met by Sorensen and whacked right there near the 20-yard line on a 21-yard return. Tonight on a new undercover boss, a company known for sweet treats, as a boss who can make things sour. New undercover boss tonight after 60 minutes only, CBS. So the Cleveland Browns at 3-11, losing 8 of 9, and their quarterback with a 4 of 9 start through the air, have it at their own 20-yard line with a 1st and 10 and 2 timeouts. And into the wind. Got by Poe, hit by Johnson, flutters one up, incomplete. And who is there? Peters.
Boy, he almost served up another
Wow.
one. Wow. That was a bad decision by Johnny Manziel to throw it late down the middle. He's getting flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get pushed to his right. Just a 4-man rush, but they close it in on him quick. You see Dontari Poe, D4, and he throws this one late down the middle. And Marcus Peters has a chance for another interception.
20 seconds left. Chiefs have no timeouts. He could actually take a knee here, Rich, and go in safely and not have another turnover. 2nd down and 10. And he'll swing it downfield and caught by Barnidge. Grabbed by Berry. Pushed down by Branch. It is his first catch today for the Pro Bowl alternate. 24-yard pickup, catch and run near the 44. Good play by Barnidge, one of the best in the business this season.
Yeah, their best and most consistent skill players has been the tight end. Gary Barnidge leads the team with 68 receptions. They don't have the Pro Bowl caliber players right now at any of the skill positions at wide receiver, running back, tight end, or quarterback. And it's been a bit of a problem for John DeFilippo, the offensive coordinator. He's got to get creative. He's got to find ways to get Travis Benjamin open or Duke Johnson. They don't have a ton of playmakers at wide receiver opposite Travis Benjamin.
Barnidge trying to get to 1,000 yards. Only Ozzie Newsome and Kellen Winslow at that tight end position in Browns history have ever reached it. Barnidge is right there, very close. 1st and 10. 1 timeout. Johnny Manziel gets away, and here is where he is electrifying. Makes a move on Derek Johnson.
Got a timeout.
That's right. Johnson brings him down. A scramble of 22 takes it down to the Kansas City 33. and 2 seconds left.
Well, he has the rare ability with his feet both inside and outside the pocket to make these type of plays. He can drive a defense crazy, and these are the spontaneous, unscripted plays, which are such a big part of his game. I mean, you just can't defend these type of plays, and this is really where he's at his best.
Travis Coons is on the field. Manziel scramble for 22 and pass to Barnage for 24. Now a 51-yard try by Coons. All 3 of his long field goal attempts this year have been blocked. A 51-yarder into a nasty wind. And that was blocked again. 4 of them. First block since 2012 for the Chiefs. Looked like Jay Howard may have gotten a hand on that one.
Kevin, this to me just seemed like it took a while. I mean, it's a good snap and a good hold. It just seemed like Coons was in slow motion.
Sorensen, perhaps. First block in 3 years. That's our halftime. Chiefs on top, 17-3 on CBS.
It's a star-studded night celebrating legendary artists, including the man behind Star Wars, George Lucas. Plus, a tribute to music superstar Carole King with performances by James Taylor and Aretha Franklin. Stephen Colbert hosts. The Kennedy Center Honors CBS Tuesday or stream it live or on demand.
Mike and Molly's back.
Let's go to those phones.
So get the word out.
We don't take calls. May I make a call?
Mike and Molly season premiere January 6th.
I used to have to go in to the auto parts store. Pay too much, never find quite what I'm looking for. Now I just go online to Rock Auto and see all the parts my car will ever need. Lower prices, more parts, more brands. It's so easy to find the right parts fast. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need. RockAuto.com.
All the flavors of a great steakhouse, now on a burger. The Steakhouse Thick Burger. Onion strings, blue cheese, and A1 sauce on 100% Black Angus beef at Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
It's game day in America. Across the country, fans are watching football in a whole new way. We join a league, we pick a team, and we compete like never before. Today, watching football is more exciting than ever. Because today, we FanDuel. Start today and join the millions who've already played FanDuel. Enter the promo code and get a free entry into a 50-50 league. Just finish in the top half to win cash.
All the flavors of a great steakhouse, now on a burger. The Steakhouse Thick Burger. Onion strings, blue cheese, and A1 sauce on 100% Black Angus beef at Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's included only on Verizon. I'm James Brown, along with the full house, Tony, Coach Bart, and Boomer. To the highlights we go.
All right, the Patriots visiting the Jets. Ryan Fitzpatrick got off to a little bit of a shaky start. Settled down late in the first half. He finds Brandon Marshall right there. Brandon Marshall now has 98 receptions on the year. That's a single-season record for the New York Jets. They lead and are driving to start the second half 10-3 over the Patriots.
And that's Ryan Mallett making his first start as a Raven in the first half, 17-24. This touchdown pass right there. Ben Roethlisberger, 7-12 for only 66 yards, 13-3. Then Baltimore Ravens lead Pittsburgh.
All right, the Browns at the Chiefs. You can see Alex Smith throw his second touchdown pass of the day to Travis Kelce. First one went to Jeremy Maclin. Having himself a day. The Chiefs are up.
Texans visiting the Titans. Antonio Andrews is going to fumble the ball right here, and Johnny on the spot. Quentin Dempsey is going to do the rest himself. He's going to take it in for the 33-yard touchdown. Houston all business, up 17-0 at half.
Guys, you know when a team is ready to pack it up?
When?
They don't make tackles. Take a look at Frank Gore right here. He's going to take it right up the heart of the Miami Dolphin defense. Missed tackle.
Yeah, those pods are full.
The touchdown. Colts are leading 15-6. Bad news for the Colts. Matt Hasselbeck did get hurt in the second quarter and went to the locker room.
And right here, you see Cam Newton doing what Cam does, which is this quarterback draw up the middle, 8 yards. Early lead for Carolina, but the Atlanta Falcons battled back. Devontae Freeman, 4-yard run, 7-7 at the half.
All right, how about the NFC playoff picture, guys? Carolina beats Atlanta today. They will lock up the #1 seed. Obviously, Arizona and Green Bay later on this afternoon potentially playing for the #2 seed.
Absolutely, and the Atlanta Falcons still trying to keep hope alive. With a win against the Carolina Panthers, they can do that.
It takes a miracle.
And the AFC South right there. Houston controls its own destiny. They're winning 17-0 today. They went out, and for the wild card picture, it's wide open, particularly with the results going on right now with Pittsburgh and the Jets.
Yeah, well, the Pittsburgh is losing right now, and the Jets are winning over the New England Patriots, which I did not see. I'm a little surprised, even the New England Patriots, but it's still anybody's game. It's still a rotating door for that wild card spot.
So elaborate on why in the world Pittsburgh will be so sluggish. I mean, they've got to be playing much more competitively than this.
Yeah, well, it's a little surprising right now. And if you look at their offense, which has had over 30 points in 6 straight games, they went for it here on 4th and 1, did not pick it up. And you see Ben, this was counted as a touchdown at first, but came back and was overruled. And you see Antonio Brown, one of the hottest receivers in the league. He has 3 catches for 35 yards in the first half. That's not what he's used to putting up. And then right there, the pick. You got to give credit to the Baltimore Ravens. They are playing some good defense against a very good offense in that Pittsburgh Steelers.
Listen, this is the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl. Nothing would make their fan base happier than derailing the playoff hopes of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're coming out playing with passion. They have nothing to lose. Ryan Mallett, they simplified the game plan for him. He's efficient. He's throwing the ball, and they're making plays on defense.
Well, Pittsburgh's a second-half team, but I'll tell you one other player who's really having a good first half, and that's Alex Smith, the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, as they go against the Cleveland Browns. And Alex has got 2 touchdown passes. He does have an interception, but that was a tip. But this is quintessential Kansas City football nowadays, right?
Yep.
Run the ball, short passing. Alex has actually run for a first down here in this game. It was a very impressive run. But, you know, he's very careful with the ball. He's not going to throw it away. He gets hit in the pocket, does not fumble. Take a look at this run.
Wow. He's an athletic quarterback.
He really is an athletic quarterback. You know, he's got one of those guys where it's really hard to figure out how to define what kind of player he is. But he's a safe player, and they're missing 2 of their key players on defense, right? Yeah. And when you take it, the last loss was Week 7. Tony
lucky drum,
banging a drum.
Yes.
And you know what? Yes. They haven't lost since.
He almost tore a rotator cuff,
like this,
but he did it for the team.
It's all in the hips, gentlemen. It's all in the hips.
Touchdown Jets, by the way.
How we get it done, okay?
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live local games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
Nobody gets you closer to the playoffs than NFL Network.
They are the best team in the NFL.
With the most coverage possible. Hall of Fame analysis from the guys who've been there.
There's no stopping this offense.
Exclusive access 24/7. Wired sound from the field.
Let's go, boys. It's our time.
And more sideline reporters than anywhere.
Great demonstration of how we want to be. Touchdown!
Nobody does the playoffs like NFL Network. Nobody.
My daughter, pink is her favorite color. My hair is pink, my heart is pink, and my toenails are pink. Yeah. And she always says it's pink for Nana. Pink is not a color, it's a culture to me. I wear the color pink on the field for the rest of my career. To all the survivors and the ones that's going through it, we love you. You're not alone. We will continue this fight against breast cancer.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report, live online every Sunday, only from Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
Have you ever wished for a guardian angel, someone to keep you safe? Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm a guardian angel. Are you gonna make it look like I'm flying? No? That's cool.
Angel from Hell premieres January 7th or stream it live or on demand.
With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's included only on Verizon.
Let's ride on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's ride.
dips, and he will stroll into the end zone.
Throwing to the end zone, touchdown! What a catch, Macklin!
CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our season's best offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. The 2016 Cadillac ATS. Get this low mileage lease from around $269 per month or purchase with 0% APR financing.
Whatever you do when you travel, do more of it when you stay at Days Inn. Comfy rooms, free Wi-Fi, free healthy options breakfast. Business or pleasure, Days Inn is the best value under the sun. Get the best available rate and Wyndham Rewards bonus points at daysinn.com.
Show people how rock and roll is supposed to make you feel.
No one's a rock star by accident.
The time is now.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
It's a full collection of expert quarterback analysis every week on NFL Monday QB. Tomorrow at 6 on CBS Sports Network.
Let's do a fresh start. Want everything in its place? Start at the place that has everything for Christmas, for laundry, for less. Let's do this. 64-quart latching totes now just $6.48 each. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Are you okay, Mom?
Yes, I am.
You can never go too far for the ones you love. Help them go further with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Intercepted, picked off by Peters. Quick throw, touchdown, Kelsey. It's the Chiefs on top, 17-3. We're going to start the third quarter here from chilly Arrowhead. Follow your favorite team all season long. Go to iTunes.com/NFL. Welcome back to our broadcast booth where it is cold. We leave the windows open up here, so we're like the fans out there. Rich wants it that way. Kevin Harlan
I insist on it.
I know. What do you think of the first half and adjustments for the second half, Rich?
Well, it took the Browns a while to get going, especially on offense, and they've got to find a way to get this offense cranked up a little bit. I think that's the issue right now. They've got to find a spark, and I think maybe it starts with Johnny Manziel running around a little bit more, taking a page out of the book of Alex Smith. That helped on that last drive. They unfortunately weren't able to finish it. But I think defensively, they've got to do a better job containing the quarterback. Maybe it's time to put a safety or a linebacker spy on Alex Smith because he's really hurt them rushing for 54 yards in the first half alone. And I think on offense, the Kansas City Chiefs need to keep pounding the football. They've had a lot of success running the football, 111 rushing yards already in this one. I think defensively continue to do what they're doing. They're getting a lot of defenders up around the line of scrimmage, especially in passing situations, and making it very difficult for Johnny Manziel to figure out who's rushing and who's dropping in coverage. They got to get that guy going in the second half, Kevin. Kind of a slow start for Johnny Manziel throwing the football.
Rich, we talked to him last night here in Kansas City at the Browns Hotel, and you came away impressed with Manziel on a couple different fronts.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, Kevin, I think it's a process. I think he got off to a kind of a rough start. You know, it's his second year in the league. It's a new offensive system. That's never easy. Of course, he had the setback that happened prior to the bye. Or during the bye week, and I just think he's continuing to learn what it takes to play at this level. I mean, you know, there's a lot that goes into playing at this level, and a lot of it has to do with before you even get to the game on Sunday. You know, it's the preparation during the week, and I think he's learning how to prepare better. I think you talk to the coaching staff, it's an area where he's improved. You know, he still has a ways to go. There's no question about it. Just in terms of the decision making, his ability to handle the entire offense, his ability to get him in and out of bad plays. I saw a situation right before that started a 2-minute drive where Bob Sutton decided to bring a strong safety on the very first play of the series. He wasn't able to change that play, to get out of the play and to get yourself into a better situation. And that takes time for a young quarterback.
Our delay here is because our referee, Walt Anderson's microphone has had a short circuit.
I wonder why. It's freezing down
25 mile-an-hour winds, 33-degree temperatures. There is a winter storm watch in the Kansas City area coming up tonight and through tomorrow, 9 o'clock. This is just the opening of it. Here over the holidays, over the Christmas holiday, it was probably in the 40, 50-degree mark. But there you see a look with that wind chill. It is bone-chilling. Also, Rich, you were talking last night about an honest assessment needed in everything with this Cleveland organization. We're going to talk more about that as we get into the second half. They come in 3-11. The Browns do. Chiefs at 9-5. Chiefs have won 8 straight. Browns have lost 8 of 9. Second half, Cairo Santos will boot this wind-aided kick taken by Jennings. Mostard is out with the ankle, at least for right now, and he'll work his way into the grasp of Desmond Moses, who trips him up. Number 54 with the 24-yard return.
Well, Manziel didn't get off to a good start in the first half. Misses a throw early. This one just got away from him, just kind of fluttered into the wind. Footwork here more the issue. When he misses a throw, typically it's because his feet aren't where they need to be, and there's just a poor decision. Really got baited by the rookie corner, Marcus Peters. They need to open things up here a little bit. Let this guy move around. Get him out on the edge of this Kansas City defense.
Manziel's got it at his 18-yard line with a first down and 10, and Crowell in the backfield. Crowell had a couple nice runs in the first half. Manziel takes it himself, and he's got wide open room to roam. Looking for a block from Jennings, falls at the feet of Smith, and he slides his way into Kansas City territory at the 48-yard line with a run of 34 on first down.
Well, they're going to take advantage of Frank Zombo. He closes. He's trying to tackle the back. Johnny Manziel sees the squeeze, and he pulls it. And we talked a little bit about letting Johnny use his legs a little bit, a lot like the Kansas City Chiefs did in the first half with Alex Smith.
First and 10, Crowell. He was hit initially on that line by Bailey, then works his way for a gain of 3 and was brought down by Dontari Poe. You mentioned Manziel before. He has gotten a lot of help from Josh McCown, a veteran who is respected all over the league.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. I mean, I expect nothing less from a guy like Josh McCown. He's a consummate professional. He's on our injured reserve. Doesn't have to even be here, but he's coming to the building every day, constantly giving Johnny Manziel tips and reminders and alerts in certain situations. He's been a good friend to the young quarterback.
Travis Benjamin on that 2nd and 7. He may have hit the deck, and the ball was free, and he picks up 8, which means a first down to the Kansas City 37. Good throw by Manziel. That is a dangerous player right there, Travis Benjamin, who's a little bit shaken up.
Yeah, just watch the corner. Watch Marcus Peters here. He's going to get that right arm in there. Watch him rip and strip. He's a terrific player, Kevin. Talk about the interceptions that he makes, but look at that alert play there. He's going to rip that ball right out of the hands of Travis Benjamin. Well, he's having a sensational season. You know, the Kansas City, they love these bigger, longer corners that can press you and jam you at the line of scrimmage. They've got 2 good ones in Marcus Peters and Sean Smith, and that was one of the concerns that John DeFilippo had, the offensive coordinator of the Browns. He said, we got to win at the line of scrimmage in the running game, but the size of their corners against our smaller receivers is a major concern, whether or not we can get off the line of scrimmage and all this press man-to-man coverage that we're going to see.
Benjamin is out. Bo here, bottom of your screen. The former Chiefs receiver we saw in the first half is in. First and 10. Crowell is the running back, and here he goes. Malga will get him after a gain of 2, and he crosses the 36 and near the Kansas City 35.
This Kansas City run defense has been solid all season. Currently 7th in run defense. Give just a little over 92 yards a game on the ground, but it starts with that big nose tackle, Dontari Poe.
Well, you were talking about this earlier. Just 3 opposing quarterbacks, Rich, have had a quarterback rating of 100 or more. Only 3 in all the games they played.
Bob Sutton's terrific, Kevin. He's one of the better defensive coordinators in the business. A lot of people don't even know about him. He does a great job in this 3-4 scheme, changing up the looks, giving you different coverages and bringing constant pressure.
Duke Johnson Jr. on 2nd down and 8. He was University of Miami's all-time leading rusher and all-purpose yard guy, and he just got a 2-yard gain on that pass. Let's go to New York. Here's James Brown.
Is this the second coming of Dan Pastorini?
It might be. Brandon Whedon is playing his lights out. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for his 11th touchdown of the season, fourth by 4 different quarterbacks. Houston dominated 24-0.
Well, I know Kevin and Rich know that name well. Back to Kevin Harlan.
Hopkins, one of the great young receivers, but what about Whedon? He was the #1 pick by this Cleveland franchise a couple years ago.
And what about the job that Bill O'Brien has done with that team, Kevin? You know, every year you play with 3 or 4 different quarterbacks. They win, and they're going to clinch the AFC South.
It's 3rd and 6 for Manziel.
Comes the blitz.
Looks into the nickel. Duke Johnson Jr. He got a block in there from the rookie Irving, and he finds room on a gain of 8. He snakes his way on 3rd and 6 to the Kansas City 25 and a first down for the Browns.
Well, they do a nice job. They're going to wall it off. You see the cutoff block. You see the pull. They're going to bring pressure from this side in the back. It's like 2 ships passing in the night. Really a nicely executed run on 3rd down.
First and 10. Last couple games, the Browns have rushed combined 324 yards. Crowell in the backfield. Manziel again. Malga can't get him. And he's finally brought down in the secondary by Eric Berry. The ball is loose and picked up, and they may have blown it dead. They did, even though Ford was going to run the other way, and Mike Pettin saying thank you for that whistle. 9-yard gain.
Well, this is good to see. Someone wants to talk to him at the half and say, hey, look, if you got an opportunity to pull it down and run, do that. Clearly he is down before that ball comes out.
Manziel is accounting for a lot of what's going on. Look at these quarterbacks running today on the floor of Arrowhead Stadium.
Now Kansas City has to adjust for the quarterback.
True. 2nd and 1. With Crowell back there, and here he goes with the call. And Derek Johnson will get him with a gain of 5. He's around his ankles at the Kansas City 10.
We've been talking about Pro Bowlers for the Chiefs. They've got 4 on defense, but you look at that offensive line of the Cleveland Browns. They've got 2 good ones as well. Alex Mack going to another Pro Bowl. And how about the job that Joe Thomas has done? 9 straight Pro Bowls since he came to the league back in 2007. He has never missed an offensive snap for the Browns.
Ties the mark of Jim Brown. You saw Schwartz there. Here is a run by Crowell and a block by Dre, and that is a touchdown. Isaiah Crowell takes it in, 11-yard touchdown run. And the Cleveland Browns are back in business with 9:15 to play in the 3rd.
Boy, this is just what the doctor ordered for the Browns. A 9-play, 82-yard drive capped off by a really nice run there by Isaiah Crowell. Great effort to extend the ball across the goal line.
And Schwartz, the right tackle, and Dre, the extra tight end, in there as he hits the pylon and takes it in. And Isaiah Crowell, the leading rusher, has his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. An 11-yard burst right there. He's had some terrific runs of 29 and 9 in earlier drives. With the extra point, it's a 7-point ball game. So the first possession right out of the blocks in the 2nd half, with Manziel running for 34 yards and 9 yards. And then finally the running back Crowell to the house.
Aruba, Jamaica. Now we can actually take it.
To Costa Rica, Bahamas.
Come on, pretty mama.
Belize, Puerto Rico. People, why don't we go down to Mexico?
We'll get there fast and you can take it slow.
Anywhere you want to go.
All the way down to Dominican Republic.
Nice hit.
Southwest is bringing our low fares to tropical destinations. Book now at southwest.com.
Keep the dream alive with the restyled Honda Accord.
I got all the time in the world. Don't you want some of that? I got all the time in the world.
This week on Colbert, don't miss Steve Carell, Sharon Stone, Justin Theroux, Jennifer Hudson, and
Wow.
Jennifer Lawrence, all this week.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Rich, when you were talking to Manziel last night, you were talking to his coaches, I loved how you said he's one of the most unique quarterbacks right now in pro football.
There's just not a lot of players like him that can, the escapability, the maneuverability, the explosive plays that he can make in and outside the pocket.
Poyer with his third special teams tackle today for the Cleveland Browns on Niall Davis. 20-yard return. More discussion with Manziel, his team within 7.
Comment vous allez l'appeler? Je sais pas. Comment est-ce que vous allez l'appeler?
Stella. Named after a star, crafted as a holiday gift for the city of Leuven in Belgium.
There are a lot of things that make the 2016 Honda CR-V a great sport utility vehicle. Like a selection of features that make getting around a little easier. A beautiful design that will turn heads without breaking budgets. Performance that's both entertaining and efficient. And then there are things that make the CR-V exceptional. Now the most durable and longest lasting crossover in its class. The 2016 Honda CR-V.
Give yourself the gift of a better network. Get up to 50% off our hottest Android smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6, only till December 27th. Visit Verizon online or in-store today.
Where are you?
Well, the squirrels are back in the attic.
Mom?
Your dad won't call an exterminator.
Can I call you back, Mom?
He says it's personal this time.
If you're a mom, you call it the worst time. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Honda. Hurry in for great deals during Happy Honda Days.
World War I Museum, World War II museums in New Orleans. All right, 1st and 10. Chiefs have it after Crowell just ran an 11-yard touchdown run. Charkandrick West. He's working his way off to the side, brought down by Tashawn Gibson with a gain of 3, and he takes it out near the 24. Well, the Chiefs, number 5, if they win and either the Steelers or the Jets lose, Kansas City is in. Well, Pittsburgh's losing by 10 to Ryan Mallett in Baltimore, and the Jets now in a close one with the Patriots in the Meadowlands. 2nd down and 7. Macklin, did he reel it in? The coverage on the play by Gaines. They say it's a catch to the 33 and a gain of 9.
A really nice throw by Alex Smith. This one comes out before Macklin's even out of his break. He has to catch it with one hand initially. Good anticipation on the throw by Alex Smith.
Alex Smith today, 98 yards. When he gets to 109 or more, he'll set a new personal best, a single season passing record for him in terms of yards thrown. 1st and 10. West to the block. He's got Wilson. Brought down to the play by Tramon Williams. It's a gain of 19 yards to the 48-yard line of the Browns.
Boy, Tramon Williams is having a rough day. They're going after him. You see the little slant route. Such a high percentage, very high percentage of throws are within 10 yards of line of scrimmage when you really study this Kansas City offense. Tramon Williams has had a difficult time covering the in-breaking routes.
Are those reads? Is that anticipation? What's the issue there?
Well, look, talking to the coaching staff last night, they've got to get better at that position. The outside linebacker position and the cornerback position have been areas of concern all season for the Cleveland Browns.
Into the nickel, 1st and 10. Smith going deep, and he's got Macklin. Who had a beat on Gaines, the rookie, incomplete. Macklin knew it too. It's the Patriots and the Jets from New York, and here we go to New York with James Brown.
They met at the quarterback.
Yeah, Jabal Shear getting his 8th sack on the year, and Chandler Jones having a Fitzpatrick sandwich. Jamie Collins picks it up and takes it in 14 yards to narrow the lead. Jets lead 17-13 in the Meadowlands.
Back to Kevin and Rich.
Jabal Sheard was a high pick by this Cleveland franchise at one time.
Isn't it amazing? It's just, don't even get me started. The players that have been drafted by the Browns and haven't worked out, that have gone other places and had success.
Into the nickel, 2nd down, 10. West. Got a couple right there, including Dansby right around his ankles on a gain of 4 down to the 44-yard line of the Browns. And here is a look at the first-round resume drafting.
Oh, it's amazing. You look at Phil Taylor gone, Trent Richardson gone. In fact, both those players out of football. Brandon Whedon gone. Mingo, but it's been a disappointment. Didn't even start. You look at Gilbert, healthy scratch today, Kevin. Manziel, of course, has had his issues. Danny Shelton, he's on a 31st ranked run defense, and Cameron Irving made just a couple starts for the Browns, so they have not had a lot of success with their early round draft picks.
3rd down and 6 for Alex Smith. Blocked by West. They come up the middle. Orchard's got him, and he'll bring him down. It's a sack. Orchard's 3rd in this rookie season for him. The first by the Cleveland defense today. Back to the 47 of the Browns. He also has an interception, does Orchard. A loss of 3.
Well, you're going to see the blitz, and they do a nice job. It takes a while to finally get to the quarterback, but not a lot of places for him to go. I think you need to do more of this in the second half because he's looking to run quite a bit. He's looking for a lane. You're just not going to get one with all these 5- and 6-man pressures.
Dustin Colquitt will punt for the 3rd time today in 7 Kansas City possessions. Benjamin back inside the 10. Wind going sideways. As is the punt. At the 4 and into the end zone. And out of the reach of Jamel Fleming. 47-yard punt out to the 20 and a touchback. Here comes Manziel in Cleveland.
It's the perfect time to get the gift you've waited for all year. The Odyssey Special Edition, featuring the Honda Vac and a rear entertainment system. Happy Honda Days end soon. Hurry in and you could get a great deal on the Odyssey, a best value in America. Now at your Honda dealer.
You may not even think about the energy that lights up your world, but we do. We're ExxonMobil, and the cleaner burning natural gas we produce generates more of our electricity than ever before, helping dramatically reduce America's emissions. Because turning on the lights isn't as simple as just flipping a switch. Energy lives here.
The 60s started it all.
And he's in for the Green Bay touchdown.
Amid an era of change.
It's one small step for man.
A new game brought a nation to its feet. It all leads to this. CBS is the home of Super Bowl 50.
The night before Super Bowl 50, the NFL will salute the best players and plays of the season in a prime-time, star-studded football and entertainment special. NFL Honors, Saturday, February 6th. Only CBS, your home for Super Bowl 50. 1st and 10 after the Kansas City punt.
Oh, they're going to get Gary Barnidge for moving. Got to find a way to get him going a little bit, Kevin. He had just one catch today.
Ball starts, number 82, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Another note, too, for the offense is that Travis Benjamin, Rich, is not in, and Bo is in the contest in his place. Benjamin went out a little bit earlier with an injury.
You know, you talk about your best players, your playmakers. Barnidge with just one catch, Benjamin with just one catch.
1st and 15, Crowell. Authored that 11-yard touchdown run during the last series. Brought down right there by Frank Zombo and by Dontari Poe with a gain of 3 to the 19.
I think in critical times, you don't think about plays, you think about players. And I'm thinking about, as a play caller, how can I get Gary Barnidge the ball? How can I get Duke Johnson the ball in space? How can we get Travis Benjamin going a little bit?
Benjamin not in right now in the pistol. 2nd and 12. Fake to Crowell. The block by Thomas on Zombo. And Manziel is on the move. And reading it well was Alan Bailey on the Chiefs' defensive line. He got just back to the line of scrimmage, leaned to the 20, picks up a yard on the play.
You go and watch. They're going to run the play action. And you freeze it right about there. Where's he going to throw it? I mean, all these guys are covered right now. And Johnny Manziel, it's a 2-man route. And he's looking to throw it. There's nobody open. The ball's got to come out on time.
Chiefs will put 6 in their secondary. Benjamin is in for the Browns. 3rd down and 10. Duke Johnson Jr. is in the backfield. Manziel again stepping up on the move, being chased and whacked. Grabbed by Derek Johnson. He picks up 2. He gets to the 22. They'll punt.
That's a good tackle by Derek Johnson. He's not going to go for the play fake. You watch as Manziel starts to scramble. He's going to pull that ball up as if he's going to throw it. But Derek Johnson never changes his gait. It's a nice job on the open field tackle on Johnny Manziel.
That's a 33-year-old inside linebacker in the NFL who's played many years and coming back. Oh, there's a fake. There's a fake, and it's Poyer, and he's got the first down as he drives his way up to the 33. What a play. He's made 3 special teams tackles. He picks up 11 on 4th and 8. And Jordan Poyer, who was waived by Philadelphia.
Contact right here.
Who was waived by Philadelphia a couple years ago and became a Brown. Comes up with, he was the personal protector on the punt. They've got him spotted at the 32. They had to get to the 30 for the first with the discussion. There was a fake punt run by Baltimore against this Kansas City special teams last week.
In a similar situation, remember the Ravens were backed up. Chiefs stopped them in that situation, but I love the aggressiveness by Mike Pettin. Hey, you're a 3-11 team, why not?
The runner made the line to gain. After the play was over, delay of gain, number 33, the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 10, Cleveland.
Well, they're just going to have the direct snap, and it's well executed. After they snap it to the up back, Jordan Poyer, they do a nice job leading him up in the hole, and he does a terrific job fighting and clawing for the first down. Now here's where he kind of, oh, that should be all right. That was just a little bit. It's a defensive guy celebrating a little bit.
Just a little holiday fun. But the drive continues on that 4th down in the punting formation, and Pettin called for the fake, and he's successful.
Well, they needed to steal possession. They did.